Did you know that real Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of cheeses, isn't the same as Parmesan you might find in your local grocery store? Today we're diving into the fascinating and detailed process of how this iconic Italian cheese is made from farm to table. Stick around, there's more history and tradition behind it than you might think. Parmigiano Reggiano is not just any cheese, it's a symbol of Italian heritage. It can only be produced in a specific region of northern Italy, including the provinces of Parma, Reggio Emilia, Modena, and parts of Bologna and Mantua. This area is strictly controlled under the EU's protected designation of origin PDO regulations. So if it's not made here, it's not the real deal. The history of Parmigiano Reggiano dates back over 900 years. Benedictine monks in the Middle Ages were the first to create this cheese, aiming for a way to preserve milk for long periods. Their method worked so well that it's been almost unchanged for centuries. Now, let's talk about how it's made. The process starts with the milk, fresh, raw, and straight from cows that are fed a specific diet. These cows eat only local grass and hay, which plays a huge role in the flavor of the cheese. This milk is collected twice a day, mixed with partially skimmed milk from the previous evening, and poured into copper cauldrons. Why copper? Because it conducts heat evenly and helps achieve the perfect curdling process. Next, a special ingredient is added, a natural whey starter and rennet, which comes from the stomach lining of calves. This combination causes the milk to curdle. After the mixture is gently heated, the curd forms and settles at the bottom of the pot. Using a special tool called a spino, cheesemakers break the curd into tiny granules. Now, here's where it gets even more impressive. Once the curd has settled, the cheesemakers gather it into a single mass, which is then split into two. Each half will become one giant wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano. These wheels are wrapped in muslin and placed into molds to press out any excess moisture. Each cheese wheel gets a unique identity. The molds have engravings that stamp the cheese with its name, the production date, and a unique number. In modern times, they've even added QR codes to some wheels. With a quick scan, you can trace the cheese back to the exact farm where it was made. How cool is that? Once shaped, the wheels are soaked in a salt solution for about 20 days. This step is crucial because the salt not only adds flavor but also helps preserve the cheese. From here, the magic of time takes over. Parmigiano Reggiano must age for at least 12 months, but the most sought-after wheels are aged for 24 or even 36 months. During this time, the wheels are stored in massive warehouses on wooden shelves where they're regularly turned and inspected. Imagine rows and rows of golden cheese wheels aging to perfection. It's like a treasure trove for cheese lovers. Here's a fascinating part of the process, the sound check. A trained inspector, known as a battitor, taps each wheel with a small hammer. By listening to the sound, they can detect any cavities or imperfections inside. If the cheese doesn't pass this test, it won't receive the official Parmigiano Reggiano seal. Instead, it's sold as a lesser-grade cheese, often in pre-cut pieces. Only the perfect wheels earn the right to bear the Parmigiano Reggiano name. Here's a fun fact. Parmigiano Reggiano wheels weigh around 85 pounds each, and it takes about 145 gallons of milk to make just one wheel. It's no wonder this cheese is so prized. When it's ready, Parmigiano Reggiano has a hard, crumbly texture and a rich, nutty flavor with hints of umami. It's perfect grated over pasta, shaved into salads, or eaten in chunks with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. So the next time you see a wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano, remember, it's not just cheese, it's centuries of tradition and craftsmanship in every bite. Thanks for watching. If you've ever tried real Parmigiano Reggiano, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories about food and its history. See you next time.